Hi everybody, happy fall. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Jordana, and in today's video we're going to be testing out some new drugstore makeup. I asked you guys over on Instagram what you guys wanted to see, if you guys wanted to see a dupes video or drugstore makeup, and you guys voted for drugstore makeup. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll leave my handle right here and also in the description box. YouTube used to have that option where you could do polls, and obviously, you know, people who watch your videos will vote on them, but they recently deleted that option, so it's very hard when I do these kinds of videos to like get you guys to vote on it, because obviously I don't have this option on here. So in today's video we're going to be testing out some brand new drugstore makeup. Some of these items, they just came out, and some of these products are just new to me. So in today's video we're going to be doing this fall makeup, and I'm going to be telling you guys a little bit more about my first impression on this product and whether or not I would recommend it. So if you're excited about this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload. And now without further ado, let's get started. Okay, I've already done my eyebrows. I have a full tutorial. I'll link it up here so that you guys could see it. But I did wanted to talk to you guys about this new product, Milani Eyebrow Tint Brush Pen, and I got mine in the shade 130 medium brown. If you like the Urban Decay Brow Blade, you probably will like this. This one has the same kind of like a brush, and it's so thin. So once you like do little strokes, that's what it looks like. So as you can see, it's very thin, so it gives you like the most beautiful hair-like strokes. So now for eye primer, I'm gonna be using this one from NYX. This is the NYX what is this called, eyeshadow base. This one is not new, it's just what I had, and since we're gonna be doing drugstore, I wanted to keep everything drugstore. So that's what I'm going to be applying today. I'm going to be setting this eye primer with this one from Hard Candy. This is the Hard Candy Translucent Loose Powder with Rosehip Oil. Now, this one is actually new from Hard Candy. I got mine in Walmart, and this one is, I believe this is a limited edition. The packaging has Marilyn Monroe, and they had a whole bunch of products in displayed. So this one is actually very interesting because it's not only translucent powder, but like I said, it has rosehip oil. So I was very intrigued when I saw. Oh, and it smells like, if you've ever tried the Jeffree Star setting powder, this one smells very similar. It smells like candy, like Jolly Ranchers. It smells really good. Okay, so now for eyeshadow, I have 3 eyeshadow palettes. 2 of them are from the new Fantasy Makers from Wet n Wild. I was trying to look for them online to kind of like show you guys pictures, but actually I believe they're not available in the Wet n Wild website just yet, and in the Walmart website they're also not available. But if you go in store, you can actually find them. So these are the 2 that caught my attention. They actually released 4, and then I recently got the one from Revlon and the Wonder Woman collection. Actually, I saw pictures of these back in April, I believe, or May, and I was very excited, but I hadn't seen it in store, so I actually found it at Walmart, but you can also get it at Ulta. I think I want to play a little bit with this one, and we might dip just a tiny bit on this one. I'm going to start with this color right here. These eyeshadows tend to be a little bit powdery, which is the reason why I'm doing my eyeshadow before the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna go into this color right here. So now with the smaller brush, I'm gonna start going into this brown right here. For the lid, I'm gonna be taking this color right here. I think I'm gonna wet it a little bit only because I already applied a tiny bit and it's hardly showing. It's pretty, but it's a little bit settled. So I'm gonna go into the other palette, the Mommy of the Year. I'm gonna be taking this color right here. So I'm gonna grab my brush from the other side, and since it's already a little dampened, I'm just gonna see. So since we're here, I'm gonna grab a little bit of this color right here. This one, it's also brown, but it's a little more rich and a little bit more cool tone. Okay, so I'm gonna be mixing these two colors right here just to try to retouch that crease. I didn't intend it for it to look so fall, but it did. Fall in its full glory. I'm not gonna apply eyeliner only because there's actually a cool product that I want to show you guys. Now for primer, I'm gonna be using this one from Revlon. This is the Revlon PhotoReady Prime Plus Perfecting and Smoothing. This is makeup and skincare primer, complex infused with vitamin B5 and hyaluronic acid, which is very hydrating for the skin. It has kind of like a paint scent. It's kind of strange to be skincare and having that scent. I'm gonna grab a little bit more and I'm gonna apply it in my forehead. Have you guys seen my visitor? For foundation, I actually have two. This is by The Ordinary. Now, The Ordinary, it's a drugstore at Ulta. So this foundation, each one was $6. I don't know if there's other drugstores that might sell The Ordinary. And I have that light coverage and full coverage. Since I do have a little visitor today, I think I want to go with the full coverage. This is what the bottle looks like. And you get 1 fluid ounce, which is standard. This is a high coverage creamy foundation that softens undesirable hues. It says to shake well before you use, dispense a small amount into palm and apply to skin. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. One side of my face I'm gonna be doing with the brush and the other side I'm gonna do it with the sponge. And for sponges, I actually just recently got these from Real Techniques. It says right here that they're limited edition. I got mine in Ulta, but I did see them at Walmart as well. And this is for liquid foundation and powder foundation. So one is very velvety and the other one is just a regular sponge now. And this is how it looks like when it's dry. As you can see, it does grow a ton. But this purple one, it's so pretty. I'm gonna use one side of my face with the brush and the other one with the sponge. So I'm gonna start with the side with the sponge only because I'm very excited to try this. This foundation actually oxidizes a ton, so you will see it right now. As it dries down, it kind of like shifts color, which I don't mind, especially because the color I got is kind of too light. But if you do find your right shade, just have that in mind. Okay, so this is what it looks like, one layer with the sponge and no foundation, foundation, and no foundation. Foundation makes a huge difference. These sponges are actually pretty cool. The shape that it has is actually very comfortable. Okay, so now I'm gonna apply the other side with the brush, and I'm gonna be using this one by NYX. This is the 03. Looking for me till let's go. Take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait. Okay, and this is what it looks like with the brush. Obviously, I used a little bit more because I was having a little bit of a harder time to blend. But this is what it looks like with the brush, and this is what it looks like with the sponge. The brush normally will give you a little bit more coverage, but I think it covered pretty good on the side with the sponge as well. So it would all depend on how much coverage you want. For concealer, we're going to be using this one from Covergirl. Now, this concealer is not new, but it's actually new to me. I know a lot of people rave about this, so we're going to try it today. It's actually a really nice concealer, actually. I don't know why it took me so long to try it. So now, to set everything, I'm going to be using the same hard candy powder. I'm just going to grab a tiny bit. And then I'm gonna set the under eye. I'm not gonna set the rest of my face only because I'm gonna use more cream products. Okay, so for contour, I'm gonna be using this one by Jordana. This is actually, you can get this at Walgreens and I think it's around $3. So it's pretty affordable. And this is one of my favorites. And I like to let it sit for a little bit just so that it can warm up with my skin. Looking for me till let's go. Take me on this journey home. For bronze, I'm gonna be using the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I don't wanna wait no more.
Lay me down behind the moon. Tell me you'll be on real soon. I don't wanna wait, no.
And I blended it with this LA Colors large powder brush. These are actually new. You can get them at Walmart. And I think this one was $2.99 or they're under $3. For blush, I have two blushes. And these are actually quite new. I had been eyeing them for quite a while. And these are the e.l.f. Bite Size Face Duos. And I have the shade Lychee. And I have the shade Spiced Apple. I'm going to be using the color Spiced Apple. And I'm going to grab a little bit of the matte. And I'm going to start applying it in my skin. Oh, the color is so pretty. So I'm going to finish the eyes. And I'm just going to grab the same brush the little tiny brush I use with the very dark brown. And I'm just going to start to kind of blend. Okay, so now for mascara, I'm going to be using the new L'Oreal Air Volume Mascara. It's actually a pretty good mascara. If you had issues with the brush on the Lash Paradise, this one, the brush is actually a lot smaller. And I feel like it lasts a little bit longer. The Lash Paradise, for whatever reason, it would always flake on me. So that was one of the reasons why I was never able to use it. So I'm just going to use this one in my bottom lashes. Okay, I'm going to apply a little bit of my favorite Makeup Revolution powder. Only because I waited a little bit just to see if, in fact, like my under eye would set. But it looks way too bright. I don't know if it was that concealer or that powder is just too white for me. It still looks a little bit bright, but it doesn't look as much as it did at first. Okay, so now for lashes, I'm actually gonna be playing with these. So when I saw them, I thought they were brand new, like they had just come out. These lashes were the ones that inspired this video, but actually these are not new. They actually came out like around 9 months ago. So they're not completely new. They're actually just new to me. These are the Kiss Falscara kit. So it comes with some lashes, it comes with the glue, and it comes with some tweezers. Now you can find the whole kit at Walmart, Target, any drugstore. I got mine from Ulta. And then they have different lashes that you can buy separately. So these are the volumizing wisp, and then they have the lengthening wisp. They also have the lifting wisp. They also have a specific product to remove it, and I also bought this. I've never tried anything like it, and to be quite honest, I love the way false lashes make any makeup look. But personally, false lashes is something that I only apply either when I'm recording videos or if I'm gonna take photos, because in my everyday life, honestly, I really don't use them. I'm not that smart to put them on, and I always find myself struggling. I recently found a product by Kiss too. It's a glue eyeliner, so you technically just glide it on top of your lid, and then you put on the lash, and that has made it so much easier for me to apply false lashes. But besides that, I've always struggled to apply them. So when I saw this product, I was actually very, very excited. So we're gonna go through the instructions. Okay, so basically you apply the bond, you grab one of the wisp and you apply it underneath the lashes. It says here, pro tip, start from the outer corner, work your way inward. So you use the little squeezes to kind of like pinch them together. After you're done using them, make sure that you get rid of the little glue so that you can use them multiple times. Okay, so for today's video, I'm gonna be using the volumizing. They come in a little tray like this. So I'm guessing in this packaging, once you're done using them, you can actually store them back in this one because it comes with a little lid. So you can actually put them right back. And that's another thing, whenever I'm gonna apply false lashes, I need to place them like if they were my eyes. So just so that I won't make any mistakes. It doesn't say anything about curling the lashes. So maybe we can curl the lashes after I apply them. And it doesn't say like if you need to wait for it to dry or if you just have to do it really fast. This is what the bond applicator looks like. As you can see, it's a little tiny brush and it has like a little bit of a curve. So I hope you guys could see it. You don't get a lot of product on the little brush applicator thing. And it's a little hard to apply. I'm guessing that once you get the hang of it, obviously it's not. I think I have. So now I'm gonna take it with the little, I don't know what these are called. Are these called tweezers? I got one of them out. So it says that you apply them underneath. What? Oh no. They came off. As far as easy to apply, it all depends. If you already applied false lashes regularly, I don't think this is something that it's gonna completely like change your life. I mean, it works. I'm not saying it doesn't, but there's a few things that you need to make sure that you take care of before you actually apply them. So, this is what they look like. I'm gonna apply the ones on the other side and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what the two eyes look like. I did struggle a little bit more to apply this side only because it didn't fully get glued on this side. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply the seal. Okay, it's leaving me like a little bit of a white residue and I'm not 100% sure why or if it's gonna disappear. So I'm just gonna wait for it to dry. This is what they look like. Let's move on. For highlighter, we're gonna be using this one by Heart Candy. This is the Just Glow Luminizing Stick. This one is rose quartz and coconut oil. Got this one from Walmart. So as you can see, it's a little more icy than I thought it would be. Okay, and this is what it looks like. I think it's a little too cool tone for the makeup I'm wearing today. Another thing that I wanted to mention, since this is coconut oil, if you are allergic or if coconut oil and you don't go together, definitely stay away from this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply another highlighter on top, only because this one is a little cool tone, but it is very pretty. As you guys can see, gives you a very nice glow. I'm just gonna be using a little bit of this highlighter right here from the Wonder Woman palette. I'm just gonna kind of like dab it on top. Yeah, as you guys can see, that definitely added warmth. The other one, it's pretty, but it's a little cool tone, especially for the makeup that I'm wearing today. I'm gonna also highlight my inner corner. All right, so now for setting spray, I'm gonna be using my NYX Bear With Me setting spray. This one is not new, but I actually really like the finish that it gives my skin. For the lips, I have one of the new Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. These are matte liquid lipsticks, and this is part of their coffee collection. I don't know if it's because of fall, but everybody's coming out with like coffee collections.
Look up from your telescope, take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait no more.
So for the lips, I ended up using Shy Genius, and in the center, I used the Maybelline Super Stay in the shade 55 Driver. And for gloss, I use the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This one has hyaluronic acid. It's one of the newer glosses. Let me just remove my clips and then I'll be right back to give you a wrap up of all the products that we tried today. Okay, so this is the final look. A little more dark than my usual as far as like the lip goes, but it's still very, very pretty. Now, let's talk a little bit more about in general all the products. The things that stood out the most for me personally, first would be the foundation. I actually do like this foundation. For $6.98, I think it gives you a very nice full coverage. I actually did try this foundation prior to doing this video, so I'll show you right here what it looks like at the end of the day. So as far as like wear time, I think it gives you a pretty good wear time. It didn't crease as much and it didn't emphasize my texture as much as other foundations do. Still, it's not gonna last you 12-13 hours like I would love to, but it does last a very long time. I think it's a pretty good deal. You get 1 fluid ounce, you get pretty good coverage. It does last quite some time. It just doesn't last 13 hours. But if you just need it for an 8-hour day, I think this would be pretty good. As far as transfer goes, it does transfer a little, but not as much as other foundations. Overall, I think this one, it's pretty good. If you like more of that full coverage, and like me, I have combination skin, so this actually lasts a pretty long time. So this is a win. Now, as far as the eyeshadows, these are actually pretty good. If you are able to get your hands on these, I would definitely recommend. If you're looking for something that has color, but you don't want to spend a lot, definitely check these out. They have a ton of fallout. I personally don't mind it. Just make sure that you do your eyes before your base. But other than that, these are actually pretty good. Just make sure you buy them at Walmart, $4.97. You definitely cannot beat it. The other palette that is actually really nice, well, we only tried the highlighter, but Revlon has a ton of eyeshadows that I absolutely love. I did a full video testing a full face of Revlon. So normally for me, Revlon tends to work pretty good. So I'm excited to play with this palette, especially since it's limited edition. It has a very nice packaging. The highlighter is actually very pretty, and it doesn't have any like glitter particles. At least I can't see any on my skin. So this one, I would definitely recommend that if you're able to get your hands on it. Not only is very pretty, it has a lot of very nice colors, especially this blue. That was the first, like in every palette, if there's a blue like this, I'm always like, oh my god, I want it, even if I don't use it. But I'm gonna play a little bit more with it, and I'll leave any updates on the description box. Another thing that I really enjoyed was the sponges. These are so cute. I love them, and I love the shape. It has the same consistency as the regular Real Technique sponge. This one is actually very pretty, and this one, well, if you own any of the Juno & Co. or any of those velvety sponge, this is technically the same thing, just in a different shape. But these are so cute. But if you're looking for new sponges, these are actually pretty good. The e.l.f. blushes, these are actually pretty nice. Spice Apple, the color, it's very pretty, it's very flattering. I think this will look really nice in a lot of different skin tones. You can use it for every day. A little more intense for, like, obviously more of a night out, but definitely $3, you cannot beat it. These are actually pretty good. And finally, the product that I really enjoyed was the Milani brow marker thing. This is amazing. Looking at my brows, it's been a couple of hours because I took a break in between, but this is actually pretty good. I am so excited to keep playing with this. If you like brow blade but you were looking for a more affordable alternative, definitely check this one out. It's actually very pretty. I love the little brush applicator. I love it that it doesn't deposit a lot of product, and I also like that it doesn't run out of product, because I also have the Glossier, the brow flake, I think it's called. And that one, I have to constantly be shaking it because it runs out of product pretty easily. And I didn't find that that was the case with this specific one. So if you were looking for an alternative, more affordable, easier to get, definitely check this one out if you like that feathery brow. So now for the rest of the things, the hard candy powder, it smells like a candy. It's actually quite nice, but I just didn't like the fact that my under eye looked pretty much white. I don't know if that has to do with the concealer that I use. So I'm gonna play with this a little bit more, but so far, first impression, I was not a fan because I took a photo and my under eye looked pretty white. So I don't want to look like a ghost, especially if you apply it all over your skin. So I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I'm going to continue to play with it, but I don't know. It could have been my fault because the concealer was a little too light. As far as the mascara, this one I actually wore it for the whole day yesterday. Today, obviously, I only applied it on my lower lash line, and I actually do like it. Like I said, if you didn't really like the Lash Paradise because the brush was too big or it will flake on you, this one is the complete opposite. The brush is a lot smaller, so it really lifts your lashes, it really separates them, and that's something that I really liked. It does smell like the traditional L'Oreal mascara. They have a very specific scent. If you know what I mean, comment down below. It does last a very long time on the lashes. Like I said, it wore very nicely. I wear my makeup for around 12 to 13 hours every day, and I didn't notice any flaking. I didn't notice my lashes looking gray or that it started feeling sticky, because I noticed that with some mascaras after a certain time your lashes still feel kind of weird, and that was not the case. I was very surprised, and I actually do really enjoy this one. As far as the highlighter was okay. I'm a little because it has coconut oil. I didn't notice when I actually picked it up, but when I saw it and then I applied it, I was a little like iffy. Only because the highlighters or any product that has any oil sometimes tends to break your foundation. So that's one of the reasons why I try to stay away from products that have oil on them. If you watch my video where I review a full face of Physicians Formula, you'll know how oily products tend to work on me. So for me, this one, I'm going to continue to play with it, but if you have very sensitive skin or you don't like anything that has coconut oil, maybe this won't be for you. Okay, as far as the lip products, I really like the matte stain liquid lipsticks. Those have been some of my favorites. I have a ton of different colors. I like that they are very, very long wearing, especially right now with the mask. You need something that, like if you want to wear lipstick, you need something that's not going to transfer and that's really going to stay in your lips, and these do that. They last a very long time. I actually have to remove them with makeup remover, otherwise they don't come off. So that's how strong they are. If you find a color that you like, or if you are into the whole coffee collection, definitely the color 255, it's my favorite. And then as far as the glosses, I actually do enjoy this. They're very nourishing, they're very moisturizing, they're not sticky, they don't leave you that nasty residue in your lips. So they have a ton of colors and I want all of them. I only have 2 and I probably don't need any more, but I do want to pick up a few more shades of this one. Finally, the Falscara. Honestly, I wish I could tell you that I'm in love or whatever, but I'm actually not, surprisingly. The little seal is kind of like a whitish type of mascara, and I'm still able to see it on the tips of my eyelashes. I mean, in terms of the lash itself, well, obviously if you look down, they look very natural. They actually do look like your lashes because you're applying them from the bottom. But as far as like being easy to apply or being time savers, I don't think these are it. I think they look pretty, but I know. If you're looking for something fast, I would definitely recommend the Kiss glue liner. That one, I think that one is pretty helpful as far as like being fast and easier to apply, because you technically just eyeline your eyes like you would normally do and then apply the lashes, and it dries a little bit faster than traditional glue, so which is kind of good in my opinion, because normally if I apply just the regular eyelash glue, I tend to forget that I need to apply my lashes. So for me, that one works pretty good because I apply it and then I put on the lash right away. So saves time, I don't forget, and it's a little bit easier in my opinion. As far as these, like I said, if you're looking for more of a natural look, or you know, if you're going to be taking photos and you don't want the band to show or anything like that, maybe this would be for you. But for me, I don't know, like I said, I'm still able to see the little thing on top, and as far as feeling comfortable, I mean, they are comfortable, but I don't know. I mean, these are what, $20, and the regular ink pen I think is like $7. So you could definitely use your very own lashes. Like if you have individual lashes or any other lashes, you could use it with these as well. In case that you want to try it, you could definitely just get this product, which is the glue and the seal. But as far as like this whole system being life-changing or anything like that, for me personally, I think for me, I'll stick to the traditional lashes. Okay, so that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments, have you seen anything new at the drugstore that you've been wanting to try or that you want me to try? Please let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!